Hello, and welcome to the second edition of UTA Spotlight. I'm Savannah Cole. This week, we take a look at the work study programs here at UTA, how the head coach of the baseball team feels about his upcoming season, and how the softball team plans to improve over their previous season. This is UTA Spotlight. Now that the spring semester has started, students are not only filling their schedule with classes, but with work hours as well.
The spring semester here at UTA has finally made its way back around. Not only are students coming to school for classes, but for some students it also means coming to school for work. The work study program at UTA is provided to students who are wanting to help pay for educational expenses or just simply to have some extra money. Freshman Claudia Mondongo is taking advantage of this opportunity to be more responsible and to cover some costly expenses.
My paycheck actually goes directly to my bank account, so I can use it however I need to. So it really does help with paying my books, paying for any fees, tuition, my dorm.
Junior student Ashley Guzman finds the work study program to be more beneficial to her than a normal job.
I realized that this is a good way to network and get behind the scenes of how the university works. I get to work on my homework, and your supervisors, they understand that you're student first.
In the work study program, students find jobs not only in areas where help is needed, but also find jobs that may benefit them in the future. Here in the art gallery at UTA, one art major found a job not only in her area of study, but also in a place where she finds inspiration.
I really like this job because I'm an art major and this is an art gallery. I've gotten to meet several of the artists who have had pieces here and listen to them talk about how they make their art, and it's really insightful and inspiring.
Claudia Mondongo says that if students are offered this program, they should use it in their best interest.
I think we should definitely take advantage of it because you get to study, work, you meet new people, and I think it's a really good advantage here at UTA.
Angel Rodriguez, UTA News.
For more information about the work study programs, you can visit the Office of Financial Aid and Scholarships. UTA's baseball team is hoping to have a hit season this year.
The seats at Clay Gould Ballpark are empty now, but they will soon be filled with Maverick fans. UTA's baseball season officially begins in less than 2 weeks. Last Thursday, the team held its preseason media day. Head coach Darren Thomas and a few UTA players gave their expectation and insight for the team's upcoming season.
This is about as versatile a group as we've ever had. We've got guys that can play all over the field, and it certainly helps when you make changes. We'll have 15 hitters. That's it, and so they're all going to have to be ready. If they're not in the lineup, they got to be ready to go in and run the bases, pinch hit, go in as a defensive replacement, and it might just not just be in one spot.
Is when you have multiple guys that can do multiple things. Any given day, you can roll out a lineup out there that looks different than the day before, and it's just as dangerous.
Since spring semester has started, the Mavericks have been practicing and preparing for the upcoming season. They have one scrimmage game under their belt and are ready to get back on the field when the games really count.
I think all the guys are on the same page. We're ready to get going. Last year was by no means a disappointing year, but I think there's a lot more in there, and the guys returning, we know that we could have had a better year, and I know the new guys are kind of learning and seeing what we can do.
It's baseball. I don't know about these guys, but I've been itching to go since we got beat out of the conference tournament last year. I've never had an off season that could end quick enough. I'm ready to get going.
Harold Rogers, UTA News.
The first home game will be on Tuesday, February 21st against TCU at 6:30 p.m. For more ticket information, you can visit utatickets.com. The men's baseball team isn't the only team getting back into the swing of things at UTA. The UTA softball team is also getting ready for their upcoming season.
The 2016 UTA softball season had a promising start with a 19-game winning streak, but the team did not achieve their overall desired result. Here at Media Day, Christy Fox, who is entering her 5th season as Mavericks head coach, shares her enthusiasm about the new season.
We're really excited about the 2017 season. I think that this group of girls has some of the best talent that we've had, and we continue to get better. I think that, one thing that's going to be special about this group is their chemistry, and I think that when you watch the World Series and you see the teams at the top level, that team chemistry is a really big part of the success.
The 2017 softball season is underway. Let's see what these ladies are up to. Even with 133 strikeouts as a freshman, pitcher Samantha Clakeley knows there's room for improvement in her sophomore season.
Worked more on stamina-wise, because I did throw a lot of games last year, and I don't think I was in the best shape to throw that many games last year, and this year I really focused.
Utility players Shelby Sykes and pitcher Sam Montez are eager for their final season, but they're not feeling the pressure.
I don't feel any pressure. I feel like this is it is what it is now. This is what we do. We don't have any excuses that we're going to hold ourselves to that high standard.
We're going to get in there, and even it is our last ride, we're going to just do everything we can to get our team to that so we can experience that with them. Because I think that's the biggest thing is we want to do great and we want them to do great when we leave.
Mavericks second baseman Sandra Mendoza is listed as a preseason All-American by Fast Pitch News. Coach Fox has positive thoughts on her development since recruitment.
Sandra was probably she was recruited, but I think she was under-recruited by a lot of people. And so, we brought her here, and she took advantage of that opportunity. She has that grit, she has that chip on her shoulder, and she knows what she's capable of.
Softball is here again at Allen Sachs Field in 2017. Mark McKinday, UTA News.
The UTA softball team has its first game in Tempe, Arizona on February 10th against UC Riverside. That's all we have for our second edition of UTA Spotlight. I'm Savannah Cole. On behalf of our producer, Kyle Puente, and our videographer, Zaina Zanati, we'd like to thank you for watching.